Welcome, future freshman families. Thank you guys for joining us. My name is Miss Mencia. I'm one of the counselors here at Whittier High School, and I'll get us started. And with that, I just want to introduce you to our outstanding counselor team. First off, we have Mrs. Lara Cuente. She has our CCA program and then has the alpha breakdown of A through Fernando, followed by Mr. Delgadillo, who takes on our STEM students, and then the alpha breakdown Fierro through Milanes. Mrs. Gorola works with our AVID program and then has the alpha breakdown Miller through Rodarte. Mrs. Alpert is the counselor for our Puente program and then has the alpha breakdown of Rodriguez through Z. Again, myself, I'm Miss Mancia. I'm the guided study and intervention counselor here. So some of the groups that I specifically work with and support are our foster students, homeless students, academic mentors, and then the guided students as well. Last but certainly not least is Mrs. Liel. She's our social worker and really kind of the big inspiration through all of our mental health efforts here on campus. We're really fortunate as a high school to be able to have not only a full-time social worker, but Mrs. Liel especially. She works in our guidance office. She's part of the team. And through that, we're able to do a lot of collaboration, and that gives us the opportunities to meet our students' needs as best as we can. And you'll hear more from her later. With that, I'll pass it on to Mrs. Albert to talk a little bit about course selection.
Hi, so once again, I'm Mrs. Alpert, and I'll be going over the information on how to select your classes. So step one, students will need to complete the freshman course selection form, which is this link that you have here. It will ask students if they're interested like in a zero period and any special programs, like the ones that you've heard so far, like AVID, Puente, STEM. Students are the ones that select to be in these programs. They don't get placed in these programs. So from the information that you gathered tonight, you can make a decision. It also has information about sports and also about what electives they want to take. They'll be able to select their electives. Step two, you look at the information on different programs plus the information you've gathered tonight. This will help you make an informed decisions on what your schedule will look like. So visit the Whittier High School guidance webpage. You'll find information there when you click on the future freshman families, information about, again, the programs, the electives, the clubs, the sports, etc. Then step three, read the course description handbook. It lists all the classes that we offer here at Whittier High School. It also indicates if there's prerequisites for certain classes. And then finally, step four, make sure that you turn in the freshman course selection form. Again, the link was provided in step one for the classes that your child wants to take next year. They can also register for summer school on that form. So once you're going through the form, if you select that, yes, the student is interested, it will then take you to the classes that are being offered, and it'll also show the class schedule, the time, what it looks like for the summer, when it starts, when it ends. So please submit this information by Friday, April 2nd. You may also meet with the counselors during a future Cardinal programming, which we will be given further information later in the presentation. But again, if your child wants to sign up for summer school, that information is on that form. So next, Mrs. Lara Puente will be going over the courses.
Good evening. The majority of our freshmen who come to Whittier High School and across our school district take the same courses for their first year. And what I mean by the same is we all have six classes that the students are assigned six classes, one of them being English, the other being math, the other biology, PE, and then two elective choices. And the first category for English, as you can see, there's CP or honors. CP stands for college prep, which is the basic class that all students can take. And there's honors option. So typically students who have an A in their current 8th grade English class will be recommended by their English teacher to the high school to take honors. So sometimes students don't select honors, and over the summer we get all the lists from the middle schools and then they recommend it, so we switch it to honors. Or sometimes students select honors while we do you guys do the programming right now, but then we get the list from the teacher and the teacher didn't select honors. So we do a lot of corrections over the summer, but that's not to say your student can't take it if your teacher didn't recommend it. We're just going to have a conversation and make sure that that's going to be the right fit for your student. And then math. If your student currently in 8th grade has an A in algebra, the math department at the middle school may make the recommendation to take geometry when they start high school. All of our math courses offer honors, so that's a choice that your student can make if they want to be challenged and maybe take a more rigorous math course. And then the science class that all freshmen start with is biology. And there it indicates CP for college prep or honors. So your student has a choice and also will be recommended by the middle school science department. And then PE, it has an asterisk. And what that means is that PE can be a credit that students can earn in different ways, not just by the PE class. So a student can take dance to count towards PE credit. It could be a student can take marching band, color guard, or athletics. So for example, if your student plays softball or baseball, all 4 years, the first 2 years, instead of PE being on their schedule, they will be assigned, let's just say baseball. And if the student plays baseball all 4 years, the first 2 years will cover the high school graduation requirement, and then the last 2 years will fulfill just general elective credit. Sometimes students want to have, when they pick up their schedule over the summer, they want to see baseball on there, and baseball is a spring sport. So typically the baseball tryouts don't happen till the spring. So I'll just tell you guys right now, as you start your freshman year or every year that we start school, athletics sometimes will not be on your student's schedule until we get the roster from the coach. So it's a good idea now that you know how to get your student into that class on their schedule to always be reminding your coach to give the counselors the roster. And then lastly, our students have choices of 2 electives. And those electives, there are many electives to choose from. And when you do your course selection, you will be able to view them and select 2 of them for your freshman year. Thank you. And now Mrs. Garola will talk about Cardinals with Class.
Hello. So Cardinals with Class is a program that we instituted a few years back, and we really want to encourage our students to display good behavior both inside and outside of the classroom. So every letter stands for a different aspect of it. So the C is for citizenship. We want our students to be making good choices inside and outside of the classroom. That means during passing period, lunchtime, nutrition, at games, everywhere they go. So we want them to be good citizens. We encourage leadership. We encourage our students to participate in things like class council, being a mentor that's helping younger students in some of their classes, or a senator. Those 2 programs are for upper grades. ASB, joining a club, which we have a lot of clubs on campus, or even being a president of a club or a program. Achievement. Every month we have a student of the month where teachers, counselors can choose a student that we feel has demonstrated the Cardinals with Class ideals. And we have a ceremony and they get a certificate and they get like a little gift card for food. Principals list, if they have a really good grade point average, and extracurricular activities. That's also considered under the achievement category. Self-respect. We want our students to act in a way that would make their family proud, to respect themselves and respect others too. We always encourage, especially with social media, to be careful about what they post. You never know who might see that, or, we just want our students to be really careful with that. And then the last category is service. We encourage service to the community or on campus. It could be volunteering, maybe picking up trash, or it could be volunteering at a food bank, a library, a hospital, things like that. So that's the last category in Cardinals with Class. During the year, when we're on campus, we have these little tickets we hand out to students if we see them doing something nice, being extra helpful, and they can put their name on the ticket, and it gets drawn once a month and they can win a food card. So it's just another incentive to them to be Cardinals with Class. Thank you. And our next presenter is Liz, Miss Liz.
Hi. Hello, parents. My name is Miss
Leal, Miss Elizabeth Leal, or sometimes the students call me Mrs. Liz. And I'm the mental health counselor slash social worker here at Whittier High School. At Whittier High School, we care a lot about the students' academics, but we definitely prioritize their mental health and their social emotional well-being. I provide individual and group therapy as well as other mental health events during lunch and after school. I also provide any type of community resource like food or housing. I have an open door policy, my guidance center. I tell kids just to check in with one of our secretaries. If my door is open, if they're in crisis, I will definitely meet with them. If my door is closed, that means that I'm with the student. So because I and the guidance counselors your student will be seen. Someone will be able to meet with them if they're in crisis. So your student won't be left alone. Every year, we also get about 4 university interns that are getting their master's in social work, and they also provide mental health services through our student well-being program. Collaborate with other community agencies such as the Whole Child and Project Sister. And we are here for your students. Please, if you notice your student is sad, is nervous, is having a really hard time with their friends, anything like that, please reach out to us. We're here to support them. I also have an Instagram account. It's WHS underscore mental health underscore resources. And I'll type in my information in the chat for you guys. I will be contacting some of our freshman parents during the summer and early fall. If your student had a challenging time emotionally during middle school, the feeder middle schools will let me know what families to reach out to. So that will be me. More than likely. So I am looking forward to meeting with your student if they ever need my support. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Delgadillo. Just sharing with you our Zoom programming times and information. So if you view the slide, you can see that we will be programming the week of the 29th through April 1st, which is the week after this coming week. Next week, we will be on our spring break, so no one will be available. You could reach out via email. Not sure when we will get back to you on those emails. It may be until we return from the spring break. But anyway, the times will be from 12:30 until 3 p.m. Monday through Thursday. So Monday being March 29th through April 1st. The meeting ID number is listed below with the passcode. And so you are welcome to drop in those Zoom meeting times, and we will meet with you. And then if you would like to follow us on Instagram, we're always giving up-to-date information about various events or announcements about programming or school-related information, celebrating our students. The Instagram is at Whittier High. So please follow us for Instagram. So anyway, if you would like to unmute yourself, if you feel comfortable, or if you would just like to list your questions you may have in the chat, we'd be happy to answer those for you now.
All right, thank you all for joining us. For our families who are watching this recording and weren't able to join our live session, please pause this screen. We included some of our common questions that came up during the different presentations. Additionally, you can go to the website for links and worksheets, as well as completing that course request form. Thank you all again, and we look forward to seeing you during the week of March 29th.